guys, welcome to the Secret Sauce Roadshow edition. And today it's my turn, which means I get to interview my co-host, Chad Therese, who is sitting right here
I'm on the
with
hot
me.
seat
You
today.
are on the hot seat today. And I'm pretty excited about this because I have some fun questions that I'm going to ask you. And I feel like I know you pretty dang well. You and I have been friends and we've worked together for a lot of years, but these are definitely things that I don't know. So are you ready for it?
Yeah, we're still learning stuff about each other. I love that about it.
We are for sure. Okay, my first question is, this is one of my favorites.
Wait, do I get to play my pump up song?
Oh, play your pump up song. Absolutely.
Right.
Here we go. Let's do it. I don't even know this song, but I'm ready for it.
You don't know Nathaniel Rateliff?
I might. I don't. No idea.
It's a song about alcoholism, actually. So there's not a reason for the song. I just really like the foot stomping and the hand clapping. It gets me in the right.
Get going.
And he's got a killer voice, right? I love me some Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweat. They say a bad word in the song a lot, though. So hopefully you're okay.
I'm okay.
We gotta get to that. We gotta get to the chorus. Then we'll turn it down. Here we go. Son of a bitch!
I have heard this song.
Are you okay?
I have heard this song many times.
All right, take it down. All right. Fire away.
I have heard this song many times. I just don't know the names of songs very well. All right, you ready?
I mean, he's not played on the radio a lot, so
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready.
Here's my first question for you. If you were to go to dinner with your younger self, what would you say? What would you tell your younger self?
I think, that's a great question. And I've asked these questions of so many people, and I have not taken the time to really reflect on it. So this is kind of fun. I would say, like, don't be a people pleaser. Don't try so hard to be a version of yourself that you think other people want you to be. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, really lean into...
Why would you say that? Like, what lessons have you learned, or why would you say that? Do you feel like when you were younger you were?
Yeah, I think most people are. I think that's like such a unique thing for people to just completely ignore what other people expect of them or what people want of them. And like, it took me a long time to get to that point where I was comfortable with myself, of just like, go your own way. Don't worry about how you're perceived by other people. They're either going to take you as you are, or maybe they're not your people, instead of like, no, this is what I should say to people. Like in business, this is how I should do this thing. Don't be afraid to break the mold and do what comes really natural to you, because that is where the magic is, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I feel like I've found the magic in the last few years, really just like not worried about what other people are doing or what other people expect of me.
How does it feel?
It's like super freeing.
Yeah.
I sleep easier. I'm less concerned with I'm not less concerned with anything, because it sounds so flippant, I guess, but like it feels super authentic. It feels super, like when I am being with people, I know, at least I hope, that it comes off as more genuine, because it's not necessarily like a contrived thing.
Yeah.
It's very much just like, take me as I am type of thing. And with the understanding that, yes, I need to always look to get better. And that's been a part of it as well. Like, lean in. It would be my other advice, probably, would like lean into figuring out who you are and who you want to be. And I think that really happened too for me when I started having kids.
Yeah.
And so like, my advice wouldn't be have kids earlier, but maybe act as though I had kids earlier. So I was like living
that way.
That's
good. That's really good. I like it. Okay, a little different here. If you were going to go back and reflect on your life and your career, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of the way that overall the way I treated people. There have been times in my life that I was definitely not perfect, but regardless of what I'm getting back in return, like I've tried not to live my life in a quid quo pro type of attitude. Yeah. That's like, you did this for me, so I'm going to do this for you, or I owe you this, or you owe me this. That's just like, show up for people every day, give more than they would probably expect of me. And then what I've really had to learn from that is that it's not always going to be received in the way that you want it to be, right? Like, yeah. You can show up and give everything, and that people are always going to think that you gave less than you thought that you gave. And that's okay. That's just like...
Well, that goes back to your other point of, you can't please everybody.
Right.
It's good.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, I'm proud of the way that I've run my business, and definitely proud of the lives I'm trying to create and craft with my kids, letting them be themselves, but also like trying to make an impact, trying to create a ripple effect that leaves a legacy, I guess.
You are.
Right?
Yep. I mean, I know you well, and I would definitely say you're leaving a legacy. Your kids will be proud. Okay, another question for you, work-wise. What gets you in the zone at work? What do you got to do to get in that zone where you feel like just on fire?
Man, these are all kind of intertwined, but I feel like it's being like super, letting my guard down, being more authentic with people, not feeling like I have to have the conversations that are like having scripts and like having, like, I have a framework, but I'm most in the zone. My energy is as high as I feel like I'm giving off the best energy, and people are receiving my energy in the best way when I'm just like very true to leaning into them. Like,
that's where the magic is. Asking
the questions that get them to open up and tell me their story, and not try to get to business. I hate small talk, but there's like, life is so full of small talk that's like, how were you this weekend? Or like, what'd you do? And like, a lot of times people don't really even care, right? They just ask it because...
Yeah, because you can say whatever sometimes that they don't even hear.
Right.
You could say like an off-the-wall answer.
So I'm least in the zone during small talk, for sure. Good. I'm most in the zone during deep talk, I guess, like peeling the layers back. And man, I wish I would have done that earlier.
Sooner.
I didn't lean into that early enough because it felt like, well, what are they going to judge me for, like, asking deeper questions, or, do they want to open up to me or whatever? And then once I just got rid of that, like, care, I guess, for that, that's like, well, I'm going to ask it anyways, because I have proof now.
Sure.
That, like,
and it brings you so much more connected.
Right. The connection.
In your life.
Yeah. I guess that's the answer. You just said it. Connection, like true, really connecting with people, like beyond the surface level, is when I'm most in the zone. And so if I can pack, what I try to do now is like pack as much time into my day where I can be in that zone, that I know all the stuff that sucks energy from me, and then I know all the stuff that brings me energy, and then I feel like gives off good energy to other people and becomes kind of contagious. And so I'm just trying to pack as much of those things in as possible, which is honestly why one of the big reasons that I had the idea for this video series, like the spin-off of the podcast, the deeper questions, getting to know people on a deeper level, connection.
Just makes you understand them better, where they're coming from, why they are the way they are, when you get to get deeper.
Right. And I think like where I had that revelation was going on some road trips with some friends of mine. And instead of just like listening to podcasts or music or whatever, we'd start talking about some pretty heavy stuff or pretty deep stuff. It's like, why do you think you believe that? Like, what is it? Where did that come from? And like being okay with the awkwardness of some of those conversations. And like, I loved it so much.
Well, some people never do that, right? And for all the reasons
Sure.
you said that you didn't. And then once you start doing it, you're like, wow, I love the meat of this versus, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
So that's what gets you in the zone, huh?
That's definitely what gets me in the zone.
Think about, you got real fired up in work when you started learning more about, when you read the book, Unreasonable Hospitality. Yeah. And it lit just this passion, like, in you and back into the business and your relationships and all that. And it's really pushed you to find this stuff out, even about yourself and about what you love. So I think it's cool. I love it.
When do you feel most in the zone? I've already interviewed you, but this is a bonus.
Yeah,
question.
You know,
we can cut it out if you don't have a good answer.
I have a great answer.
Okay.
In work, I feel most in the zone when I really feel like I'm helping somebody, like really helping them. You know, when I meet with a first-time home buyer or any buyer, and not just the normal stuff I go through the buyer's consultation, but when I really figure out what they're trying to do and their passion and why they're doing this and be able to teach and help them. I mean, I get done with those meetings and I'm just like, that was awesome.
Invigorated.
Yeah. And that's hard to do after 22 years in the business, like to get done with the meetings that we do over and over and love it. And that's really, I think, where my passion comes from gets me in the zone is that excitement of helping people, like really helping them.
Right. Yeah. Like we think, oh, we're helping people with like acquiring a home, so that's not like just in and of itself isn't as meaningful as when they actually like open up and will tell you like, like what their story is,
and why they're doing it,
why it's important to them. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. And that they pull you into the story.
Yep.
That's been a huge like change for me is I definitely, if I did get people's story and like get to understand them better, it was by accident a little bit. Now I have to like really, it's by design. It's like, God, I really want to know these people's story.
Like living a life on being intentional.
Yeah.
It's good. I love it. Well, thanks, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for the interview.
Absolutely.
This was fun.
It was
fun. Good to have the tables turned a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Me having to drive and I have to ask the questions, but it was great.
All right. Thanks. We'll see
guys.
you next time, guys.